Okay, so we wanted to start this episode by being very honest. This might be a little bit of a trauma dump, but like not an organized one. So lately we've been asking ourselves the question, and I generally didn't know the answer to it, and it is, am I healing or am I hiding? Um, for me, the last few years of my life have been a lot of change, a lot of reflection, a lot of growth, or at least what I thought was growth until I started to research the things that we researched this week. Yeah, I just realized that most of what I've been doing was observing my life, not actually healing in practice. And once I noticed it, yeah, I couldn't really unnotice it.
And let me tell you, I kind of feel like I'm in the same boat. Yeah. And so when we started talking about this, we realized that we both were kind of going through the same thing. A lot of awareness, a lot of insights, a lot of knowing better, but not actually doing the work. So instead of assuming we were healing, we decided to look it up, what healing actually looks like. And out of that, we put together a list of 10 ways to tell if you're genuinely healing or if you might be hiding, even unintentionally.
Yeah, and that was just humbling. Like, oh, I've been hiding a lot, kind of humbling.
Yeah.
So this episode isn't really going to be a how to. It's not necessarily advice. It's basically just a self check-in, one that we've been doing on ourselves over the last few days. So we're going to walk through this checklist with you and share what we've been hiding instead of healing, and where we've actively been working on getting better, and why building this podcast and this community is actually part of that healing process for us. So apologies in advance for all the emotional honesty that you're about to go through, but if this helps you realize sooner than what we did, then it's worth it. So let's get into it. I'm actually kind of scared for this episode because we didn't prep much for this one, because I think a lot of this was like we wanted to be honest with you here, and is one of my big things is I want community, I want community, I want community, and I keep saying it and I kept not finding it, and I want to create it here. And I think through this checklist I'm realizing a lot of stuff that I want to share with the community, but I'm also kind of scared. I'm kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay to be scared. I feel like this is, you're being vulnerable. It's like, I feel like vulnerability is something that we kind of like tend to like hide behind and only share within amongst of people we trust.
It's interesting to me reading these questions, because I feel like I'm someone that's like so in tune with myself, and I'm like so in tune with my growth, and I'm always like, oh, I'm focusing on my growth and all this. But reading these questions that we're about to go into, I was like, am I that deep? Because I can have these questions with other people, but sitting with them it's kind of uncomfortable. And I think you, the audience today too, I hope that you'll sit with some of these questions and really go into it. And we want to hear your feedback on how you feel and like which ones you kind of notice that you're hiding through, because you know, we are about to open up and be this side of you, because we want to let you know that you're not the only one going through something, but also we want to hear back from you, because this is like a internet friendship, right?
Right. Yeah.
So basically what we're going to do is our setup is we have 10 things, and it's one is an example of this is what hiding looks like and this is what healing looks like. So you want to just read what the first one is?
Yeah. So the first one, healing is feeling your emotions fully. Hiding is numbing or avoiding them.
Yeah, that's literally everything that I do. So, last year I had a really numb year. And I mean, so much to the extent of like, I moved from LA back home to Indiana, and I had no interest of making new friends. Like in my head, I kept complaining, like, I don't have community, I need friends. But when I was in Indiana, I did not leave my house. I got food ordered, I got groceries dropped off. I did stuff with my daughter. Like me and Liv were doing things. And then I had like one childhood friend that I would do stuff here and there. But for the most part, I was just in my house. And then when I wanted to do something, I would like travel, but I was traveling solo completely all the time. So I was like on Instagram, it's like, oh, I'm going to cool places, I'm doing cool things. But I'm like, I'm such a people person. So having these one-off conversations, it's cool, it's fun, but it's like, oh, who are you? But it's all superficial conversations. I wasn't like getting deep into friendship with anyone, and I wasn't really connecting like on a deep level with anyone. And I feel like I had friendships when I had my daughter. I really did like a cleansing of my friends, and she's about to be 9 in January, and then I feel like I just kept cutting off things that weren't aligning with me, but I haven't been adding in ones that do align with me. And people say, oh, just go where you want to go and you'll meet your tribe. And I would go to those places, and then I would meet people. I'm like, oh, that was cool. And then I would never hang out with them again.
I've definitely been that person.
Yeah. So it just made me feel like I was just like going through the motions, but I'm like, yeah, I know I am like sad kind of, but I wasn't like, oh, I'm not crying all the time. I'm doing something, but I literally just felt like
it's that numbness.
Numb. Completely numb.
I feel like that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I'm very, very numb. And I think like if anyone, I feel like this is been like the craziest like reset for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And I feel like you since day one, oh my goodness, of me just popping up with my suitcase. I also feel like I always like go back to you. I don't know, because you're just like the only human in my life right now.
Obviously.
It's so amazing. But it's like, it's really cool to have that everyday person in my life to help me through this healing process. I didn't realize how much of that I needed until I started doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And because of you, I got back on meds, and I feel like that's so important. I used to be so against it. I used to be like, not against it. It was just something I was just like, I want to
do it naturally myself. Mm-hmm.
And I'm on Lexapro. I don't care to share that with the world. And I take something else. Lexi, my
all the
Lexi.
Lexis in her life.
Yeah, all the Lexis in my life are just making everything great. But no, I got on that because I was just very depressed and am anxious. And I've been on Lexapro before, but I'm the kind of person that likes to feel everything. If I want to cry, I'm going to cry. If I'm mad, I'm mad. If I'm anxious, I'm anxious. If I'm happy, I'm happy. Like, I don't want to feel like that's like canceling that out. And I think that was my thought about it.
Yeah.
But it actually, like, I feel like I should have done this and stuck to it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I would have been probably past the numb phase. But I'm just numb to, like I said before, patterns. I'm numb to certain people, certain things, things that are standing in my way and continuing to like keep me from being great, because I'm a fucking great ass human. like who, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm numb to that. It's like, how can you, I know my intentions, and like, I feel like I only allow people in that circle and that, in my space that create safety for me and a place where I can feel loved. And I'm, again, like the cleanse. I'm in that part where you said you did your cleanse. Like, I feel like I'm now where you were. And
I think in seeing this though, I realize I feel like what you're going through is fresher for you than what mine is. But I realize that I've been in this hiding space a lot, because for me, when I'm even thinking about numbness, it's like, what made me really question and see where like, oh, I'm really numb, is that I would be with my best friends, who I have the best girl group in the world. Like, I have there's a group of us, there's like almost 20 of us, and we've all been friends since like middle school and high school, and we go on girls trips together, and it's like every year we have this 2 friends that always have, and there's always at least like 10 of us that go on like a such a good girls group. But I would be with them, and I was just not feeling connected. And then I think that's really why I even started therapy at the beginning of the year, because I was like, I was really hurt by a lot of friendships, my daughter's dad, relationships in general. And then I just stopped like letting people in, really, where it's just, I can be there for you, I won't let people be there for me. And that made me realize, when I was with my friends, I realized even my fun isn't that fun anymore. I'm so guarded and I'm not gonna get hurt, So I'm letting myself be at an arm's length with everyone. I'm not making, like, I want to go on these dope trips, but I don't make plans, and I just say, oh, I have ADHD, so I'm impulsive or whatever. But it's like, No, but you could make plans. Like when your daughter has plans, you stick to them. And I'm like, I realized that I wasn't letting myself even feel happy deep. I wasn't even really connecting with my friends. And that's made me realize maybe I am, like with this question, I'm like, maybe I was like, I am like, I'm numb to my happiness too. And that sucks.
Right.
So it's like, no, I have to be able to start letting people in.
That's like the lowest. Like when you feel numb to happiness, that's the lowest I feel like anyway.
Yeah, that's when you're like something. That's when it doesn't. When I realized in reading this too that I'm like, oh, I'm not just healing. This isn't. I think when I even think of healing, like the easy physical thing is to figure is like, okay, if you get in a car accident and you're hurt, your arm is broken or whatever, and you got to sit in the hospital for weeks, whatever, right? Like you heal your physical body, but then on a TV show, then the person heals their physical body, but then like they hear a car and it's like, because something is internally in them, and I think it's
trauma.
Yeah, it's the inner healing that you have to do, and you see it in characters and stuff all the time in TV, but I think once you're physical, especially if it's not even a physical thing, it's easy to just mask and hide and go away into it, And yeah, but it really made me feel, I'm not even feeling really happy. And people will be like, how are you? And I'm like, I'm cool.
Yeah. There was no like happy medium.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm like, oh, I'm not really like so giggly happy.
Yeah. When did you discover like that was, you were finally out of that like?
No, I'm like, no, like it's like I'm like that's why I'm realizing in this. I'm like, oh, like I'm stepping into it or whatever, but I'm definitely like.
You thought you were healed?
Yeah, I'm like, because I think once you have an issue, right, then there's an amount of time that goes by and you're separated from the issue. So you're like, oh, I've healed because I've had this time go by and I know what my issue was.
So the Band-Aid's off.
Yeah, so it's like the issue is done. I'm not, and I've removed myself. I'm in a whole nother state. I'm in a new job, everything, all of that. But I'm like, I'm not really immersing myself into my new life though. I'm just getting away from the life that I didn't like, which is great. That's part of the process, but that's just like step one. Awareness of the issue is step one. So when are we going to go to step two? When are we going to really indulge in our life? I'll go to number two. Okay, so number two is healing involves honest self-reflection, and hiding relies on denial or minimization. I'm like, go. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay. For me, the minimization thing is really big because I have a big ego. So my ego instantly goes to accountability for myself. I'm like, you know what? I did this and I was stupid and whatever. So like, no big deal. Let's get over it. It's like, I don't want to let no one could have played me. No one could have been so disrespectful. No one could have done so it because my ego is like, someone couldn't have done that.
Right.
So everything is like, girl, it happens to everybody. I always go to like the worst case. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not in a country that's getting bombed or something. You know what I mean? I'm like, I always compare it to some extreme thing.
Bigger.
I think my ego does it though, for sure, because my ego doesn't want to be like, I was so dumb or I was so vulnerable and I let someone hurt me or I let.
Because how could I ever?
Like me? I'm smart.
Right.
Like I'm so smart.
Yeah.
And I'm amazing. So, and if everyone knows that, and if they didn't know that, like they were going to something, but like they couldn't have been so disrespectful to me. So I definitely feel like my ego tries to minimize it. And then when I realized, something that came up to me when I started therapy this year was like when I was 21 and I was assaulted. I was like randomly attacked. I was leaving some Miss California event and I was out at a restaurant and I literally was attacked and I woke up in the hospital and I had attacked by some strange people that I don't know. Literally, I had staples in my head, my legs. I have scars from it. And so I have a tattoo to cover my scar, actually. This pretty baby right here. But when that happened when I was 21, and I like got right back into. I was in this group called BCM Boschik Movement. It was like 12 girls, and it was a collective of artists and makeup artists and stylists and everyone. And I just got right back into it. Like, let's do events and let's do stuff. And like, I'm literally with a black eye and staples in my head. Like, let's get back into it. And I just didn't even take time to be like, oh. And then when I look at that, like the compound factor of that, like I really got scared to like, I was so scared for Miss California. It was 2 weeks before. I was so scared because I'm a athlete. So it was like my first thing being like, I'm gonna be girly and cutesy and like put on gowns. I was so nervous. And I'm gonna cry. See? No, but I'm just, and this is when I'm 36, and this happened when I was 21. And I just realized that, oh, this thing that I'm like, oh, I have seen so many fights from when I was in high school. I was like, oh, I just got beat up. Like, I just put it in my head, I just got beat up. But I'm like, no, I was just out randomly, and I was literally brutally attacked and woke up in the hospital. Like,
by someone you just didn't even know.
I literally didn't do anything. So it's like,
did they ever find that person?
So like, it's like,
but attack you for what? They didn't.
Literally, I walked into this place and this dude was like, look at this bougie ass bitches. Bitches think she's a shit. I'm at Boston Nova in LA. And I remember laughing because I was like, damn, he's going in on somebody.
Yeah.
He was going in on me. It's not funny. But exactly. I was like, damn.
But that's why.
Because it was just so crazy to me. And then in my dealing with it, I minimized it. I was like, oh, this just happened, whatever. And then in my therapy I've realized, I'm like, no, that was like my first time like stepping out into this newness. And then I'm in LA by myself, and I didn't have family there to check on me. And so I just got right back into it. And so it was I minimized it. It's like, this isn't something. And but that's like my first, wow, the world might not be so nice.
Yeah.
The people aren't whatever. But so the minimizing thing for me is so damn. And this is something that happened 15 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think realizing that, damn, my ego really be trying to protect me. But it's okay to be like, no, like something fucked up happened to me, you know? And letting that actually hurt me, like, and be like, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's so weird how like it's hard for me to say it was fucked up and I didn't even do anything wrong, you know?
Right. How your mind can tell you that just because of this, like, what you went through.
Yeah.
That's really sad. I'm sorry, Lexi. No, don't you ever feel that way?
I mean,
yeah.
I don't go out late no more.
I know. Yeah. But now, like, you have to think, we have girls, we have babies, you know? And it's like, you were someone's daughter, sister, like someone, like, you know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No one should ever do that. Like, that's insane. I'm sorry you even had to go through that.
Yeah. It makes you realize, dang, you really do just like minimize something. So yeah, that fucked me up. And that was something from 15 years ago. So
I feel like I'm completely different. I feel like I don't have a lot of ego and pride.
I agree. And not even like, I'm not, I think you're very like, you're too forgiving. Oh my God.
I know. I know. And I feel like that's one thing I really, really need to work on, because in the end, I'm only hurting myself by being that person. And I know it's a good way to be, but you can't teach someone how to be. Everyone's not like me. And I think I just like, I wish I had ego, or I wish I had that ego or that pride. And when I try to, I'm like, pipe down, Amber. I don't know why you're bucking up like that. But yeah, I feel like I don't really have ego or pride. That's just bottom line. I feel like that's something I should definitely like kind of work on, because there's times I feel like when I should, like, that it's okay to have it. I think in my mind, I'm like, it's not like, I should, you know, this person did that, but I should show them how. This person did this to me, but I should show them how to be a better person. I should show them, like, I don't have to have an ego to make you feel, you know, good, even though you did something wrong to me.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing, is that you're thinking so much about that
other person.
Like, you're not even thinking about you.
I know.
What it did to you and how it makes you feel.
But it makes me feel bad that they might not feel bad about it, but it makes me feel bad that they even like tell me that they feel, you know what I mean? That they
like, oh, I hate that I made you feel bad.
Yeah. I don't know. And so it just like, yeah, but anyways, we can move on.
Number three.
Number three, healing lets you rewrite your story. Hiding clings to protective narratives. I think that's kind of like for me, I think that I don't think I've felt this. I feel like I can always rewrite my story. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah.
I just like, I don't know how to. I wish there was a rule book on like, this is what I need to do in order for me to, I want to already know what's going to happen in the end. You know what I mean? I don't want, I'm like, okay, if I do rewrite this, is it going to be good? Because if it's not, I don't want to write that story.
Right.
Like this has even made me nervous, but I'm the kind of person, if someone says, come to Chicago and live, I'm going to be like, I ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So like, I'm starting now here and I am rewriting this story and my life. And it's now like, it's starting off great. I feel very aligned, but not. So that it's kind of like I'm on a
Because you're
teeter-totter.
not. You're like heading towards something. You're not.
But I feel more aligned than where I was because I feel like I have a purpose. I feel like there's purpose in my life. I always feel like I have a purpose now because I have my daughter. There have been times in my life where I've questioned my purpose and I've questioned like, what is life? But,
well, I have something about purpose. This is off number 3. I don't even think we're supposed to have purposes. I think we just supposed to experience shit.
yeah.
Like my whole theory is that we're just, there's like so many things to do in the world. And I think when people get like wrapped up in purpose, that I think that's really like an American thing because it's like, I gotta do something and I gotta accomplish stuff. I don't think that at all. I think we're supposed to just do shit. Like there's so many things to do in the world. I think I was just like, I got a lot of random things to do. Just do some shit. Like,
you know, though, and you would just like have one of those days and you're just sitting there and you're not doing something. I feel like I have to be productive. I feel like I have to always be going.
Such American. Go to France and go in France.
Hiding cleans the protective narratives. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I hide to protect myself. Like I don't want, you know, I feel like the less people know, the better I feel. Sometimes.
I mean, that's just
like that's
it's
just
a
my
truth.
mind. Yeah,
it's a truth, but it also, what I'm really learning is just, it's so different though when you can like actually have friends that you can tell stuff to.
Oh yeah.
I
agree with that.
So I think that's the hard thing is, like for me, I was really hurt by friendships, and I think, just doing, and you asked me, I was like nice. Amber was going through it, and one of the things she's like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, girl, I went through like almost this exact same situation, and I didn't tell anybody, and it sucked. I'm like, so I am not about to watch one of my friends go through the same situation and not be able to talk. I did things and you didn't even ask, you know? And I think that was my thing, because not only did I go through things myself, I actually asked for help from some people, and they said no. And it was like, what? And I'm like, but you're my friend. And then not only did they say no, like they also like they just disappeared. So then I was like, I don't want anyone to ever feel like that, you know? And I think when you are going through stuff too, you don't want to be a burden, and you don't want to, like, asking sucks.
I can't. I'm the kind of person I will never ask. Like, I think like that's my thing. And I think that's what, like I've already told you this, but I feel like I've always been that on the other side. And so like I never want someone to feel that way either. So I've always offered.
Yeah.
And I've always handed out. I've always been like, of course, even if someone has asked, and half the time those people have like, oh, I can pay you back. I can do this. I can do that. Oh, I'll let you sleep here, and like, don't worry about anything. And then they're like, the next thing you know, like everything's a mess. They just leave. They're talking shit.
Like, so weird.
Or that
so weird.
money that I helped you with, all of a sudden you don't want to be my friend no more because you said you're going to pay it back, and you're just afraid to tell me you can't. When in reality, like if you just told me, hey, like
you went through a lot
still
of shit.
struggling, like I'm still going. I want my friend. No amount of money is worth losing like a friend, and if that friend left, then like you were never a friend.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just like how I feel. Like I feel like money just ruins relationships sometimes, and it's like these are people that like I genuinely cared about, and I was trying to get out of a space that I once was in, or like I never want to see them like get to. It just hurts because I feel like feel like I've been in a place after that to have been able to help so much more, and I definitely would have, but for people to just like walk out because of something that's not even like, I know people love like material things, money, like all this, but that's like, I'm sorry, but no friendship or no human is worth.
Yeah.
My friendship was way more than any amount of money. And so like, that's what I'm saying. Like people will literally like, it just sucks. Like I feel like going off of that, like we were talking about hiding, being protective. Like when it comes to like, that's like, now I'm in a space where I have changed so much because of other people, because of why people have done. I've done more hiding than I've ever done. Like, I am hibernating at this point,
Oh, same.
So I don't want, when I literally step back into that world, I want people to actually like know that like I'm no longer fucking around, because like I'm tired of it. Like, yeah. I'm just in a space where I allow too much to like happen. I don't set boundaries, and I have no ego and pride sometimes, and that fucking sucks, but whatever. Anyways, moving on to number 4.
Number 4. Yeah, it's good that we have like a number countdown to like,
yeah.
Whew, okay.
I need to get out of that.
Yeah, number 4 was healing reduces the intensity of your triggers over time, and hiding keeps you reactive or avoidant. This is so easy for me to talk about, because especially the avoidant thing. And I think this is really what I constantly see with everyone, like online or whatever, is you notice that you don't like something and you say, I don't like it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put up with that again. And so you just like avoid every possibility, anything that looks a little bit like that situation. And you're really not confronting it unless you act differently to it. Like that's what with my daughter's dad also, like one thing that made me realize like that man could trigger
any part of you, huh?
It's kind of crazy how like I didn't really know my daughter's dad when I met him, and God told me to have my daughter. We were not in a relationship, so completely like I've never met such a mean person. And he could not be there for her or whatever, but then when we get into an argument, he would call me a bad mom. And I'm like, the man that's never, but it would trigger me so bad. If you call me a bad mom right now, I'd be like, according to who? Like, right. And that's like how I know, I'm like, oh, like it can't trigger me because no one else's truth is my truth to me. Like, even if in your head I'm a bad mom, like I'm not the kind of mom that you want me to be, I don't care about your opinions, or like you're not doing anything for me. So you're a bad mom can't trigger me. All I see is his projection. Right. Like, so I'm healed in that, which is one, I'm like, no, I'm doing a good job. Like I'm proud of the mother that I am. And then 2, I'm like, I see the projection so loud that that is something that I've healed through, where it's because it doesn't affect me. Because literally, he could call me a bad mom. Anyone could call me a bad mom, and I'd be like, I'm not hurt because I know me, right? And I know how I show up for her, and I know who I am to her. So like, that was definitely a trigger when she was in her earlier years. So because I didn't feel like I was providing her the life that I wanted to provide for her, So
you already automatically inside felt that way.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh yeah, because I can't go where I want and I can't do this. But now, like, me and her travel hard. We want to travel. She has all the things that she wants to have. Right. I'm like, we check in with each other. I'm like, yeah, no, it doesn't trigger me at all. And that's how I'm like, oh, I have healed. Because that was a big trigger for me. Like, I'm a bad mom? Like, what? And I would be so reactive.
You had to grow from that.
Yeah. So I'm like,
girl,
that's one thing. That's like the only thing on here that I'm like, oh, I'm healed. I actually did it.
The fact that even made you feel that way too.
What, girl? No, that was like that's like, because someone saying it is like, wait, and when you already have all the pressures of everything going on, and you know that like I was not financially prepared when I had her, so I know that like, dang, this is not the lifestyle that I wanted to provide for her when she was,
Some people just like to hurt. Like it like fuels them to hurt someone and to see you like.
Well, we all project.
Anyone like that,
we all project. So, but if you're like broken and you're projecting, it's like, it's like if you're a follower that's not there, and then you see a mother that is there, and you see one thing that you can call out, it's easy for you to say that. Yeah. Like you're hurt because you're not.
Right.
But that. You got any triggers?
I got plenty of triggers. It's for a different day, because I can go on about triggers. Yeah, I feel like triggers, like, I would say one thing about triggers is like, some people don't allow you to grieve or process things the way
that you want
to.
Mm-hmm.
And that triggers me because some people don't also realize that things do trigger. I have to just say people, because I've had many people in my life. I've crossed some paths with people that made me feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I'm healing in a way because maybe this is fresh to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something happened in my past that is also triggering this again.
Right.
Maybe you're speaking to me in a manner that like is triggering, or like I grew up around something that is triggered. Like, and so then it makes me feel more intense and anxious and want to hide and not to I don't want to open up.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, dang, now I'm feeling like a burden to someone that I'm trying to open up to, and they're making me feel like what I'm feeling isn't valid.
Right.
And
They're
I
like,
think,
oh, that was someone else. That's not me.
yeah, and that's very triggering,
Yeah.
because it's like I feel like I'm coming to you for like me to, I don't know, and I have to actually kind of watch myself. I don't want to dump a lot out or like onto someone, but I also make sure that I'm opening up to people that I allow open up to me. I'm not like sitting here like it's a safe place. Like, it's somewhere where we've been here from, or it's familiar.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm learning now that like it's best for me just to kind of keep my mouth shut and just kind of.
I don't think that's necessarily true
for
though.
me right now.
And I think that's the key. Like right now, like if that's what you need to do. But like one thing that I really like about the person I'm talking to right now is he'll do something and I'm like, and I feel it like kind of frustrated. I'm like, so I know this isn't logically, like, I know you're not doing anything that's like completely wrong or anything, but in my experience with men, this has happened and this is what it's feeling like to me. And I think that's also part of like really healing, is having the awareness, being able to call it out, and also being able to trust someone to like absorb it, accept it. And I think that's how I can tell if someone does care about me. Because if someone goes into that, oh, it's not me, it's whatever, and that's this, and it's like, okay, I can accept that because that's the truth. It's not you. It is that. But I'm also going to have to accept, like, oh, you're probably not with me, because healing really isn't something that you can do by yourself. Like, because otherwise it is avoidance. It is. And I think it is definitely important to remove yourself from things. But as I am healing or going through stuff, I'm coming with stuff that's happened to me. Right. And the only way I can actually heal through it is try to experience life in this new space and this new thing. And I can't have a new experience without someone accepting, like, I come with stuff, you know what I mean? And I can be aware that, hey, I know that I'm feeling this way because of these things, but I'm still going to feel that way. And I need the space to feel that way. And I know that if someone cares about me, they're going to be like, oh, I didn't want to make you feel that way. Is there anything that I can make you to do to reassure you?
Yeah.
And I understand it might suck that you have to do that, but
if you love me, that sacrifice could be made.
Yeah, because I'm telling you not to, I'm like, I know it. I feel it. It's happening. I don't like this, you know, and I don't want to feel that way. And I know it's like not fair or whatever, but I think I'm trusting you with telling you that this is how I'm feeling. Because otherwise, if I don't tell you this thing, then it's like I'm having that battle by myself, being like, oh, I don't want to tell him, and it makes him feel this way, and then he's gonna be whatever. And now I don't get to like be full with you about how this makes me feel. And I don't think I can really be healed if I can't express that to you. Because then, honestly, with that reassurance though, with that person, I feel like that's how I truly heal, right? That's how I learn that, oh, this doesn't have to be triggering because it's not like that with this person. This person can actually hear me. This person can actually see me. But until I have that built up with you, I'm going to be triggered, and you should care if you care about me, you know?
I think that's the thing, is like that's where I don't understand that part. Like, it's like the sacrifices people can't make if they care about you.
Yeah, but I think that's the truth, is that
you just
they don't though.
Yeah. It gives you, either way you get an answer.
Yeah, like if
they care or not.
And that sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, oh damn, you can't care about me how I need to. And it sucks. It's like, I don't want to feel this way. And you have the powers to help me get through it. But like, that's like the thing that sucks about what I realize I'm in a lot of areas that I'm hiding versus healing, is because healing makes you have to like go out there, right?
Yeah.
And I gotta like experience the world again, and I gotta date, and I gotta make new friends, and I gotta work on my career. I gotta put myself out there and experience these things that are happening, and also be aware of the traumas and all the things that I've experienced, and then also like trust people.
Yeah.
Like,
I
that
think,
sucks.
right. No, the trusting people, it's like, especially at this age in life, like at this point in life, it's like, okay, I got my people I trust, all that. Why do I gotta be starting over again?
Yeah, it's just
Why do I have
more
to do this over again?
people.
Right. I'm in a place right now, I feel like just being single, and I haven't been able to go on like a date or anything. I feel like I'm not in a space yet to fully like open up myself to that, because I know I'm either going to hurt myself or that person. Like, and not necessarily, I'm going to be going on a date for the wrong reasons. I'm not going to be, I'm going to be going, okay, cool. It was a nice dinner, nice conversation. I just need to get my mind off something. And
To be fair, everybody's not dating to be married.
No, I am though.
Okay, because some people are just dating for good experiences.
Okay,
I think
maybe I could do that. Maybe
I was just gonna say maybe you should try that, because honestly,
I
I'm
might
in
find.
both. No, I think in that, I think a lot of people, I think dating for marriage is cool. If you like want it so bad, but I think that's why people suck when it's like, oh, we didn't work out. Like my last couple dating experiences of like being like, oh, okay, I love you, we're so cool, but like we're not aligned with where we want in our life. And I'm like, I have great friendships because we were just dating to like have good experiences. And if we end up like our lives do mesh and we could go together, we can. But otherwise, it's like, no, I've had the best dates in the last 2 years where I'm like, dang, well, my dating experiences in the last 2 years are so much more fun than I was like, oh, I want to be with someone. I do, but when I really started thinking, I'm like, no, I really love my life. I definitely want a partner in my life that I can like share my world with, because I'm so always by myself. But if all we have is good experiences right now, I'm like, that's the point.
I don't think, like for me, I don't think when I'm dating, the first thing on my mind isn't marriage. Because I'm at the point where I'm just like, as long as I have a lifelong partner that I can just like enjoy experiences with.
Just take it less.
That's amazing.
Like, I think you should
I don't
less.
take it.
Just go to like, I want to have good experiences with people. I think take it less.
But I don't need a date is what I'm saying. Like I can definitely.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't need it to be like, my thing is like, I just don't want anyone thinking like right now. I'm not in the space for anyone to think it's more than it is. Just right now.
But you could literally
I want to go out and date.
You could go on your first date and say, hey, like, just to let you know, like, I'm dating for good experiences right now. Like, I'm in a new space in my life. I want new friends. You don't need to be like, so like, yeah, if this is going good, we got to be together and have babies.
Yeah. No, I don't think like that.
There's plenty of people who just want to date for good
I'm not trying to date and just have babies. I want more babies. I want a lot more, but I don't need to also be married. I just need a turkey baster to have some babies. That's
turkey
it.
baster is crazy.
So I can either go to the clinic and then be like, okay, pick out your baby daddy.
This is so off topic, but I do think more women that are professionals need to stop waiting for men to have babies, and they just need to go have babies and just
have lavender marriages. That's what I'm saying.
Or solo parents.
That's what I'm talking
about.
I can
bossy women that are like, oh, I can't find the man that I want. Then don't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I want more kids. I want to have that family, but I don't need a lifelong partner. If I do date and I want marriages, they are cool. Like I am dating dating long.
But this is like that's not what I'm saying. I'm like, no, I want a lifelong partner. That is a goal for me. But I
that's what I'm saying.
Pictured it when I was 45. But my thing is like, I don't put the pressure on every person that I meet to be that person. Like the bottom line is our experience together good? Do we have happy experiences together? And then I'm gonna hang out with you until we're not. Or when I'm like, dang, I'm really feeling you. Should I think about this with you? I'm actually feeling like I want to be this way with you. And if you're like, oh, no, I just enjoy what we're doing now. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to keep doing this with you. And then I can go to the next person because it's only been good experiences.
Right.
So I ain't going through no bullshit.
See, yeah,
That bullshit
that part.
ways
No more
is
bullshit.
no.
That as soon as I see a red flag or it's something that I am not aligned
Yeah,
with,
I'm
I
like,
am out. I used to see red flags and be like, oh, I peeped
that's
them.
not
They're green
really.
today.
Yeah, I could live with that.
Yeah, I
It
can live
doesn't
with
smell that bad.
And the flags just kept getting red.
Yeah.
But no, I am
Apparently, if you're nice to me, it does matter.
definitely not dating to get married. I would date to like just recapping that. I would date for marriage. I would date just to enjoy someone and their experiences. But I am not in any rush to like even date.
Are we on 5?
Okay, we're on 5. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Healing. Oh my God, we have a lot. Okay, let's go. Healing draws you toward authentic connection. Hiding keeps you distant or performative.
Oof.
That was me. That was me in dating until like very recently. I would just like, I feel like it's like I'm such a Leo and I'm like I would like in my old dating, if I like someone, I could be who they need me to be. I don't need you to really know me that much. I don't need you to know that I'm like I love sci-fi and I just want to read books all the time. I'm like a big cute nerd, and I think I definitely I like someone, I'm gonna be who they want me to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so stupid because people literally don't get me at all. And honestly, even another thing is like the person I'm dating now is like I get to be like really silly and goofy with him,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, I can't even remember the last time I was like really goofy with someone, because I feel like all of my exes just see me as like, I don't know, not who the fuck I am. I'm such a silly bitch. And like, I'm just literally like with my exes, I'm just like serious. I'm this resting bitch.
No, you really?
But
I
like,
don't know you as that person.
no, my girls don't. But like every guy, oh my God, yeah. And I mean, I'm like witty or funny, whatever. But like for the most part, I'm serious. I'm like reserved. And just now in dating someone like where I'm like, I'm goof. I'm not only goofy. I just, like that first thought that comes to your brain, like I always ask it type stuff. And then like I just randomly, we were standing outside one day and I was just like, how old do you think this building is? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, I think 1865. And I don't know. Then we just went on like buildings and we just were Googling buildings. And he's like, I'm like, wait, we should go inside. We were outside for 45 minutes talking about some buildings from the 1800s. And
So if you could have a good time for 45 minutes talking about buildings.
what? So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but I could not do that with most people. I'm like, whatever they think I am. Like, if you think I'm like a baddie that loves BBLs, sure, that's who I am. And I've never had anyways. Yeah, I was performative as fuck.
With not with the buildings though, right?
No, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah,
I was about
yeah,
to say that is not performative because you are that person.
No, but I noticed that. And like when it's like, oh, you're healing, I'm like, no, I'm definitely like showing up.
Right.
Who they want versus like me. I'm not really open. I can see how people want me to be, and I could just be like, okay, that's who I am. Whatever you need for me to be.
Right.
I want to be liked.
Ugh.
I'm like, anybody can like me. I'll make them like me.
Yeah.
I like them though, like whoever this bitch is. Who do you want me to be? They're like, I love that girls that do that. That's crazy. I'm so good at that.
I do that.
I actually was like a pro in third grade.
Oh my God. So you're at
actually.
home practicing it.
I'm like, yeah.
Doing it.
Buy
I
a
have
course.
to perform.
Like,
Next thing you know, you're kind of sprinkling it around some bit so they can see that you
I'm
actually
like,
do that.
Yeah, did you know? I'm like, I actually have a trip planned for that. You should come.
That's so funny.
I'm Googling like.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You didn't even have that plan till that
Performative
second.
as fuck. So bad. Well, I'm a Leo sun, Leo rising. Like I
That's
am
funny.
made to perform, and I be doing it in relationships instead of letting people know my weird ass self.
Yeah, no, the weird ass self people need to know. I'm goofy as fuck. I think both of us together,
Yeah.
yo,
I think that's good about having friendships, though. Is like,
you do not hide who you are around me.
no, a little. I'm. You didn't think that was emotional? That was interesting to me.
It's not that I don't think you're emotional. I think that
It is nice to see how people see you. What do you think, girl?
I remember whenever it's crazy too. I was thinking about this episode. I was like how people would see me from from someone else's point of view. I would love to see myself from someone else's point of view. But I think for me, for when I said that you weren't that emotional, I think that sometimes there's a wall of that you put up to hide your emotion. And like, I think it just depends on like what's going on, where you're at, the situation. But I haven't seen you cry as much.
No, when I was thinking of it, I was like, I can't believe she said that. And then I was like thinking, I sat and I thought about me through your perspective. And I was like, oh, I guess not. I was like, when I go to my friends, I'm always doing something. All my friends are like, you're always doing something. You're always figuring something out. And I'm like, yeah, I just cried.
Yeah, but now like that we're
We're
like
together in each other's
partners
space.
together, like we're in each other's space and like we are with each other every day. It's like, no, you are this emotional human, and you are like, there's just things that, I also see that I love and I think that are beautiful about you. You queen.
Queen?
Queen. This morning she thought I called her a princess.
She was like,
she said, what'd you just say? I said, or I forgot what I said. I didn't even say queen.
No, you said something about something with a P or something.
Yeah, and then she was just like, I am a queen. I was making sure you knew that I was a queen.
Princess.
No, I was not a princess. But no. But yeah. Anyway.
No, yeah, see me like that. I like that girl.
Well,
No, I mean, that goes kind of into this, like, healing accepts, number 6 is healing accepts growth as messy and ongoing, and hiding pretends everything is fine. I think it's interesting because when people like on socials be like, I'm a fucking hot mess. I hate saying I'm a hot mess like that. If someone would say that, and if someone was like, I'm standing next to you and you're like, hey, we're a hot mess, I'd be like,
we
am not a hot mess. I'm like, she's speaking for herself. That is so triggering to me, the idea of like presenting as a hot mess. I'm such a like perfectionist and I want things to be a certain way, so being like, yeah, shit's not fucking good, this just happened, like, I can with my friends, but like to the world to be a hot mess, I'm never a hot mess, first of all, but
I don't know.
I'm like messy. It's messy. It's messy. I could be.
You can
messy.
leave the hot out. Like,
a hot mess.
That's like, I feel like a hot mess is a whole
like,
other.
Bitch.
That's like, please.
But I've been a hot mess.
Yeah,
I actually have. I can claim it in the past tense.
Healing uses healthy coping tools. Hiding leans on distractions or self-sabotage.
I don't have a lot of sabotaging behaviors as far as like a healthy thing or whatever, because I do know people turn to drugs. I do know people turn to sex. I know people turn to alcohol.
Addictions. Yeah.
That's never really been a big thing to me. I guess one that I would kind of say is like I disqualify myself from opportunities sometimes, or I'm like, oh, I will focus on like not having certain resources and stuff. So I think my self-sabotage thing is like, someone will literally come to me with an opportunity and I'd be like, oh no, I can't do that right now, whatever. So I can say that, like when I'm kind of not feeling confident, and I've had so many dope opportunities where I'm like, oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, it doesn't align with what I want to do. And then I go back and I'm like, why didn't I do that?
I think I could say the same about self-sabotage.
Like, why didn't I do
or
that?
just hiding, like just like being like missing out on opportunity to go to, and you find out it was a great place to be or somewhere to.
Girl, right now my TikTok says habitual content deleter. Every time one of my things go viral, I'm like, too seen, delete.
Right.
What is wrong with me?
Yeah, self-sabotage.
I'm like, all I want to do is sit at home and make content, and then like literally when my stuff starts going good, I'm like, delete. Like, what? Oh my god, that's me for sure. I'm like, oh, I don't like that they like who this person is, because I'm not who I want to be yet. And so I'm like, oh, people resonate with it? No, you gotta wait so you can resonate with who I'm going to be. Yeah, I'm like, that's probably me like not wanting to show my mess. So those two together right in that is, I'm definitely like,
that's a good way to put it too, of like that's how you would
that's me for sure.
Yeah,
I self-sabotage on successful things. I'm like, oh, this is, wait,
I do that too.
I'm not qualified yet. I'm not, everyone else can see me as qualified, but I'm like, no, because I see how I want to be. But people are like, no, you're good now. And I'm like, no, I told myself, one of my things that I'm really, really trying to lean into is having the audacity of a white male. So every time I check myself, I'm like, what a white male do? I've seen so many things where like someone's like, I just was watching something the other day and I don't know, it's one of these house flipper guys. He's like, I never flipped a house in my life. I didn't have any money. I pitched myself for this show. they picked me for the show. I had to go around telling people, hey, HGTV picked me up for a show. I don't have any money in my house. Do you want to partner with me? And I'm like, I would never do that.
The mind of like,
what? Be like,
Yeah.
I could make this work. Like, what? I need some white male audacity. Like, that's like my guide from now on. Because I definitely self-sabotage. I'm like, no, I'm not qualified enough. Even in this show, I've been having I almost didn't want to do this episode because I was like, no, we should have a professional come on and tell us about all these things. Like,
you did say that. You're like, we should scratch this and do this later.
Yeah, I'm like, it's very hard for me to be like, no, people want to hear my opinion, even though my friends call me all the time for my opinion. And I'm like,
Yeah.
But other people?
I can't. Ooh.
But then
Girl,
even
I'll be in that same box though. I'll be like, I'll literally self-sabotage to the point where it's not even just opportunity, but like, you know what? I just don't feel like going out. I feel like being lazy. I don't feel like getting ready. I feel sad. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to cancel because my morning has been shit. But sometimes I'll go and I'll get there.
And you do it because it's self-protection, right?
And I do, yeah.
It's like, oh, no, you know what? I'm honoring my whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're scared.
Yeah. No, I'm terrified. It's not even scared. I am terrified of what's in store for me.
Yeah.
Because it is so unfamiliar.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of self-sabotaging over the past few years because I'm like, no, I'm a mom now. Like I only identify as that.
Yeah.
So you just even saying that has made me realize like I've self-sabotaged a lot just to no one else has done that. Like I'm doing it to
people
myself.
are throwing opportunities. We're like, that's not it.
Yeah.
That's not
like,
what I want to do.
Yeah. So yeah, that really sucks that like.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
But
these questions make you be like, damn.
I look at where we're at now and I honestly like probably we wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't self-sabotage myself.
Yeah. Well, okay, so Amber is the third friend that I've tried to make come here, and I had this whole plan that I'm going to make someone move here and I'm going to do something with them. I didn't even know what the thing was, but I was like, I'm going to make someone come here and I'm building a business, and the next business I build is going to be the one that is like, I stick with it. I know I needed someone else because when I do things by myself, I literally get caught in the making it, and then I get like, oh, it's not perfect. And then people will see what I've done and they're like, that's so good. And I'm like, this looks like shit.
Why the fuck are you lying to me?
And I'm like, oh my God, I just don't believe. I self-sabotage a lot. Just my thoughts. It's actually kind of one of these in the bottom. It all kind of goes together. Let's go to number 7 because
we did another 7. We're on 8. Go ahead, do 8 real quick.
Okay. Number 8, healing listens to your body's signals, hiding overrides or ignores them.
Yeah, listen to that. Okay, healing definitely listens to your body signals. I remember before Chauncey, I was dating this guy, and it started getting to the end where my body was rejecting. I hated the way he talked, the way he did things. I didn't even look at him. I didn't even see him as attractive. Didn't even want to have sex. I was on the phone with him one day and he was like talking to me about some girl he met. Like,
your
girl
face is so,
God, it was just so like, because I'm like, why do you feel the need to tell me that you are purposely trying to make me like,
jealous?
Yeah, feel some type of way. But I was in a space where I wasn't good. I was like 110 pounds. I was not eating. This person was sucking everything out of me. And I was in such a dark place and they knew it. And for them to just like, it was just so like, I remember them telling me that. And I went into the bathroom and I was throwing up. Like I physically felt sick. This person made me in that moment of saying all that. At that point, I knew that like that was my body telling me like, you're not listening. I got to tell you to listen. God being like, listen, I'm trying to help you, and you're going against what I'm asking you to do. And so like my hair was falling out. I was so frail, like. And I literally have 00 jeans. Like I still have them because they're just so cute. And I was like, maybe my little daughter will fit on it one day. But I was just like, I remember wearing I was just so tiny. And this wasn't even that long ago, This was just like a few years ago. But yeah, then I went on the show and won almost $1 million. And
Like, yeah.
I was like, okay,
I'm back.
life isn't that bad after all.
I'm back.
All you shady bitches who came before me and wanted to treat me like shit. You know what? I came back tenfold. Now, you know, it also like,
I think that's good that you were such a physical place of and then you were on such a physical show.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, it's such a good way to reclaim, like,
listen, I was, reclaiming a way where it was like, you're so right. Because I think that I was like at my word, I was like, if I could go through that, because I went through way more with this person. This person is literally the scum. Like literally
scum between my toes.
Scum between my damn toes. No, like this person, and I'm going to get like so deep right now, and I'm really hoping I don't cry because I think I'm really past this part of my life. But I remember having a miscarriage, and I needed this person because this person was a part of my life, and they were the father, and they told me, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna be there. I was going through so much, and mind you, this was someone that I had before also had an abortion with, and like I was so mad at myself for like that, like to where I was just like, okay, if this ever happens again, like I will never do that. But I was in a place like where I was just like, I shouldn't have allowed that to even like be a thing. Like I thought that the love bombing and like I thought that like this person really genuinely loved me, when in reality that was never the case. They just used me, and my light was all they needed to survive and like for themselves. And then like I ended up getting pregnant again, and like I just wasn't in a healthy place. I was always getting cheated on, lied to, and I still was trying to like make something work with this person. And I remember them telling me like, I'm gonna be there, and I remember them flying in. We were in the same state. They knew where I was. They never showed up. And like that right there, just like for me to like think that is like love, and for me to like after that find something in someone that genuinely was love, like has like made up for it. But I've been in like such a dark place where like my body has completely like just rejected people in my life. And I now know that like that dark space, like me going, like this was all before the show, you know, this was all before I went on. I remember even when I was filming my first season, it was like we were like a couple weeks in. I was ready to leave because of the same thought. Like I was trying to go in there and be like, okay,
yeah, I'm
no,
fine.
Yeah, but you have to realize just went through all of that. And someone that I thought loved me for years throwing stuff in my face, losing a baby and having to do that by myself, and then going on the show and realizing at the same time I've been through so much worse. If I make it to the end, I can win. And that's what I came here to do, to like make things better for my family and for myself. And that's what I did. But I think that in all of that, like I also like have now this beautiful wild child and someone that I feel is a great partner and a great dad and a good dad. And so like that was just a past, and that was trauma that I had went through that that is still part of me, that I think I'm also still growing from, you know, because like I had to keep that to myself and like sit in it. And like my family, I opened up to my mom and my dad about things later too, like things that I was going through with this person, because I didn't want them to judge, you know.
And, you know, you can't tell your people about your partner because this always like they always want, and
I just didn't want that, so I felt like so alone. And then Yeah, but now it's just like I'm in a different space. Like, yeah, like even in my situation now, I'm like, you know, we're both healing and we're going through things, but like at the end of the day, like I can say at least I'm doing that with somebody that
Actually
has
has love.
love and
Yeah.
their family has love for me, and I know what it is at the end of, oh, I can't say anything. I know what it is, you know. I think that's very important. But yeah, I want to move past that. I didn't think I was going to share all of that.
No, but I mean, I think it's interesting. I think I'm in a healed space of it. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't like with Liv's dad again. I didn't have partnership with Ida. He was like so evil, and I remember being like, how can I have a kid with someone that like I will never repeat what he said to me, out of respect for Livia, but it's crazy how someone could. You really hit me when you said I was like wanting to be loved. You were like saying that you felt like that was love.
Mhm.
And I remember like what he said to me, and I was so like, I let someone be around me that would say something like that. It was such a, that's where like kind of my numbness and something hit. It's because it's just like, it really, there's this book called The Mastery of Love. I used to always give it away to everyone. It's all about self-love. And I remember the first time I read that book, I just bawled crying because I was like, I always thought I was such a loving person, and it made me be like, I don't fucking love myself.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that I can love myself and let people treat me like this. And I think that's crazy when you see, when you identify as a loving person. It's like, and I'm like, no, when you see yourself as someone that shows up for other people and someone, it's like, I am loving. It is really so true and so annoying. Like, if you don't love yourself, you can't love someone else, because how I loved in my 20s was so, please pour into me. Like, please love me. Because I really didn't love myself. And I had a boyfriend. I was like, oh, I just feel like I have so much love to give you. I just want to give it to you. And I remember him saying, well, why don't you just give it to yourself? And I was like, nigga, you got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I was so pissed. I was like, what do you mean give it to myself? But he was so right.
Right.
He was fucked up about a lot of things, but he was right about that. And I was like, damn, after reading that book. I read that book recently, and it didn't do anything for me. And I was like, I bawled during this, but it's because I'm so self-aware now, and I'm like, oh, I don't put up with that shit. Like,
Right.
But I put up with, like, if someone would ever like play voicemails or text messages, I'd be like, that's AI. That's AI. There is no.
It was like
honestly, there was people, they'd be like, that is not her. That is not Lexi. It's pitiful. And I think it is crazy, like, when you just like, I just want you to love me, and I can't even imagine feeling that. I can admit that's not true. I can imagine wanting you to love me, but like with having love for myself, it's just so different, because I really realized that like, no, all of my love for myself was waiting for someone else to do it. It really was not an accountability to myself. And I think a lot of the hiding is that too. Even when I started to realize, I'm like, no, I just really, it sucks to say I gotta love myself. It's like 8 billion people in the world and I gotta do it. Like,
yeah.
But then it also goes, if I ain't gonna do it, why would anybody else? It's twofold,
and you want that,
right?
That kind of goes into like, I guess, number 9 too. Healing nurtures self-compassion, hiding fuels self-criticism or silence.
Yeah.
I think it too. It's like, how do I speak to myself when I'm hiding and like I'm healing? And like, would I talk to someone I love that way? You know? Because I ask myself that. I'm like, I'm not very kind. I'm not good to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I look at myself and like, ew. I look at myself and like, I look at myself, no, you're not good. Like, I look at myself and like, no, you can't. Like, or you're not good enough. Like, I really do not pour into I don't feed my soul. Like, I don't pour into myself.
I mean, that's why I in the mirror in our house, I have a little sticker on of the thing that it's like a self-love, and it's like everything that you want to manifest comes from self-love, and it really is that. Like, I'm pretty intentional about like going to and taking the time to be like, no, you are a bad bitch. Like I really have to do it out loud and say it though, because my internal monologue be like going, and I see everything. I'm so like critical of myself, and I will. I'm like, even in our every episode and stuff that we're doing, like we have one episode in, and I'm just thinking about everything that's done wrong, right? And I'm like, oh, we gotta fix this, we gotta do this.
And I'm over there being like, no, girl,
like,
it's so funny.
It's so funny. And I'm like, oh, actually, I hated this. We really gotta work on this.
I can't wait to see the growth from it, though. So it's good. It's good.
And but then I was like, I was talking to a couple people, and I was like, no, I was like, I'm so happy Amber was there, because I was like, she's so right. We're doing it, and like, I am such a get bogged down in the details where I don't finish it, which is kind of linked to the 21-year-old trauma of not finishing the pageant. But no, but I have that, like, where I get so critical. I get so self-critical of like, what I'm doing is stupid. I always want to be Beyonce, you know? It's like, no, I got to be Beyonce and when she was doing fairs first, you know, I got to be changing clothes in a porta potty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to accept that, and that's so hard.
That is the hard part. And then I want to start it now. It's like now.
I want to be this, but it's like, that's stupid, because like, there's no way that me having a few 100,000 could be the same bitch that I am when I got 5 mil. Like, it's not gonna be the same. Like, it's not the same person.
But that's that self-compassion you give yourself, because you know at the same time, like, you want it to perfect it. Like, you are very self-aware, and you have so much passion about this project. Like, everything
I'm like, whatever I do, I'm like, it is gonna be bad. It's gonna be this. And I go down a rabbit hole. It's like the ADHD just takes over.
I feel when I feel the most like I'm that bitch is when I got my daughter in front of me and she's like amping me up. Ooh, mama, you cute.
Yeah.
Ooh, mama, you look good.
Ain't nothing like a baby compliment.
Right. Because she tells the truth.
Yeah, because she'll be like, you stink.
Yeah, she does. She'll be like, ooh, mama, poo poo. Why you gotta go tell someone?
She called me crusty the other day.
She called me crusty.
I was moisturized, for the record.
You were. I know. But that or my walks. I'll literally go on my walk and I'll talk to God. I'll be like, God, if I need to be doing something different, please talk to me. Give me a sign. Have a car almost hit me if I don't. Like, I be talking. I'll be like, I am great. I am this. I am that. I say it out loud on my walks, maybe because I be in a different headspace. But I be feeling 420 happy, and like I be feeling 420 confident. But no, I feel like I am more confident also being around a woman that is confident. And you are teaching me confidence in a way where just down to like perfume, down to like, no, like you ain't just gonna wear that out. Like,
really making me realize I'm such a Leo.
Yeah. Yeah, but self-compassion and just like hiding fuels self-criticism and silence. And it's you completely in silence when you're hiding. So
And when I'm self-criticizing too, it just makes me not want to go out in the world. So
it just we're
confident now.
We're
so confident.
I smell confident.
Look,
I piss confidence. I walk with confidence.
Everything is it right now.
Okay. 10.
This one's so funny to me. I have 10 is, do you want to read it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Healing seeks truth even when it is painful. Hiding avoids it to stay comfortable.
Yeah. I actually think of this one person, and he does music, and he was so unhealthy. Like, music people do stupid hours in the studio and everything. And I remember, but me and him were having this conversation about health and nutrition and like eating right. And he had such good takes on what vitamins I should take. I'm like, oh my God, you know all the things, why aren't you doing it? And he was like, I don't think I can really have the success I want and like really worry about that right now. And I'm like, you want your success to be aligned with like an unhealthy version of yourself.
Right.
And it always just hit me really hard. And I wish I could actually be like him. He went on, has a Grammy winner, great, he's amazing, in his career. And I always thinking like, my problem is I can't see something as a truth and not fix it. So the hiding from it, when you kind of like are living in something in your life and you're like, this doesn't really feel right. I definitely have been in times where I'm like, I'm just gonna not think about it, because if I say it, if I name it, if I say I don't like this, I gotta change it. I gotta change it. My last relationship was that like we were together and I started to have that feeling like, we're not aligned. And then one day we got in an argument and he's like, do you even want to be with me? And I was like, I wish you wouldn't have asked me that. because
Why?
I said, no, I don't. And I moved out that one day and Liv was 2 and I didn't have like my savings or anything. And I'm like, because he called it out and I had to face it, I had to leave because I hated living there. Like we were just so unaligned and he was starting, I was starting to book things again and I'd be on set and he'd be like, oh, well, he was like, you're always on set and I can't do the things that I want to do. And so I'd be like, okay, I won't book this job and you can go, and he DJ. And I was like, you can go do stuff. And then I would come home and he'd be sleeping. And I said, oh, I'm saying no to jobs so you can sleep? Oh, no, you got me fucked up. So then I'm like, no, I got to get it. I'm trying to make it, And then, so yeah, when he asked me that and he named it, I was like, oh, but I felt it already. And I was hiding from that truth because I know that truth was going to make me have to not be with him. And I think I see this in relationships all the time when people are like, this isn't working, this isn't whatever, but we lived together at the time too. So I didn't have to pay rent. Like so like having to go in LA and being like, I just left and I don't have savings and I have my daughter.
Too,
right.
Yeah.
So that sucked, but I think it is easier to hide sometimes because life circumstances are happening and it's like, well, if I don't address that right now, then I don't have to deal with it. Because as soon as you address it, sometimes you just gotta fucking, I can't say, he can't say, do you want to live with me? And I say no, and then we just keep living together. No. I mean, God, if you could do that, then you can, but I couldn't do that. And I think that does, but it had already been a feeling of like, this isn't really working, but I didn't want to call it out because I knew that when I call it out, I have to address it.
Are there any truths that you're afraid of now? Or are there any truths that you're afraid to admit right now?
No, I think my biggest thing is really my career thing. I was like, I haven't been, which is the whole reason I'm like, oh, I do the podcast. I love to have conversations. That's why I have a podcast. And I think I was so being like, I want to be a professional. I'm like, oh, I've done marketing the last couple of years and my business is successful, but I hate it. It doesn't align with me.
Right.
But I think that was like definitely something where I'm like,
No,
I'm not really, I was starting to have success in career that wasn't like aligned with the career that I wanted. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I have one life. Do you have anything that you're hiding, you feel like?
Oh yeah. I'm hiding.
Yeah.
I hide a lot of like what I'm truly feeling about, of course, just like everything with, I'm wanting my family to be complete and family and having my daughter have both parents under the same roof and all that. And I'm hiding like behind like not wanting that, and me in my mind just being like, oh yeah, like, okay, like I can live without it. And I know I can, but I'm hiding like I'm trying to tell myself something to kind of.
It soothes it because you're not having a thing.
Yeah, I'm hiding from like how my daughter right now is asking like, hey mommy, like when's daddy coming here? Or like she'll see like the car he drives and just be like, hey, it's daddy. So I'm like, I'm hiding from my pain.
Yeah.
I think that I'm trying to smile and like be happy, and also at the same time like reflect on what even happened or where things went wrong. Because I think that like I literally tried everything so that no one can tell me I didn't try enough. And like I think that I just want like my daughter to have more than what I've had, like when it comes to like having her parents. Like I didn't get to really see my parents like be in love or do things with them together. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that is. So yeah, I'm hiding like my true like pain and how I really feel, because most days I'm not okay. And I feel like I'm really like I'm grieving, it is a loss. Like
but I think that's also with healing is that you gotta feel it.
Yeah.
You gotta feel it. And going back to another one is just changing the story in your head. Like you didn't have that, but Sunny's too.
I know.
Sunny's too. So
I want it more for myself. I feel like,
Yeah, and I think you want to show her this, but it's really because you want to show your inner child what it looks like too.
I know that. Yeah.
And you can't put pressure to make everything work in a day. Because I'm in the same space of where even just recently realizing like, oh, I do want to have more kids, and I kind of like get comfortable with the idea of like having one. But like at the end of the day, is I can want things and also be accepting of how things are.
Yeah.
And then you are also in a fresh space, so being able to just feel that and being able to label it is like a big first step.
Yeah.
And even share about it. And like I think that's like one thing where I really like about being open right now and being able to be like talk to everyone in the audience right now and saying like we want community in this, because I know so many people feel that way when the relationships don't work. I think one thing that you're so blessed to have is like your partner. I've had such a dope family, and he still like talks to Sunny every day, and he's still very much in her life, you know. So even if it's not like, if it, you never know the holds in the future, you know what I mean. And then at least he is showing up as a good dad in the best way that he can. So
I agree. And like that's all I can like ask her. Yeah, there's hope there and like all that, but I think that as of yesterday, and like this is something I didn't even open up to you about, I've just been kind of keeping the past like couple weeks to myself. I've had my little therapy sessions where I ran off and had to go talk on the 3rd floor and then come back and get myself together. But no, I feel like I'm in a space now where I'm like, I feel like I'm finally letting that go and just letting it be what it is. And I feel like that's where I'm hurting the most, because it's like I'm now having to like just cut that off.
Yeah.
And just realize that like whatever is meant to be, as cliche as it sounds, is it meant to be. But I've literally put God at the center of it all, and like just like I'm locked in right now with what I'm doing. And that's my focus. My baby's my focus. And with that said, I'm healing. No, I'm coming out of this phase.
Yeah, so. I mean, I think that's it though, is like healing is feeling all of the things, and then also like letting yourself have a new life. I think, you know, there is importance that you're like, I don't want to date right now and do this, but then there'll be a time when you want to start doing it. And I think that's really the balance, is like healing is feeling it, not just getting into a new space, right? Like I think sometimes I can be like, this atmosphere is toxic, but I need to also do more than just get into a new one. I need to live in that space. And like that's really what I wanted to take away, is like the living after. Because to me, healing, we always talk about like the ugly of it, right? Like I'm sad and I'm feeling things, and that's literally like step 1 of healing. Actually, healing is welcoming in new people and saying, hey, this is kind of what I got going on, you know. So it's like if you resonate with this episode and you have felt like any of these things where you feel like you have been like, damn, I actually thought I was healing and doing all the things, and really like I was avoiding something. I was share this episode with other people and talk about it. And is number 7, like, is that something that you've been going through, you know? Have you been self-sabotaging and saying like, oh no, I'm just being aware of what I got going on, really, when you're really just being too hard on yourself? I don't know, share this with your friends and talk about it, and like actually join our community as well, and let us know what resonates with you and what you're going through, because you see, like we're in the healing right now. We're not just like, we're not talking about things that are happening 5 years ago. We're talking about things that are happening right now.
So fresh.
Super fresh. She said this was yesterday.
Yeah, I literally just had to just come to terms with things yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fresh, and after like months of just like trying. But yeah, like I just join the community. We want to like hear from you, comment, share, like everything.
But I want to hear your stories of how you actually healed too. Like what makes you like excited? Like, you know what, after hearing this, like I'm through this. I've figured it out. That's me with the trigger. Like I know I'm a good mom. So
that part. And we are good moms, and we're a good team. Yeah. I'm proud of us.
Yeah. Ooh, oh my God.
We've been giving high fives a lot.
I can't say I'm trying not to say what I wanted to say about that.
What?
I'm about to say that was just so white of me.
You know what though? I know this goes back to episode 1. I've been catching with Sunny even a lot lately, and I still feel myself being in that I'm so bad because I'm like getting overwhelmed. Yeah. But then you fly in, and
I'm like, she just needs Elmo, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I just had to say thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, so until next time, guys. All right. We'll see you.
All right.
Stay occasionally perfect.